In the year that the king Uzziah died, I saw the Lord high and exalted, seated on a throne, and the train of his robe filled the temple. Above him were seraphim, each with 6 wings. With 2 wings they covered their faces, and with 2 they covered their feet, and with 2 they were flying. And they were calling to one another, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty, and the whole earth is full of his glory. At the sound of their voices, the doorposts and the thresholds shook, and the temple was filled with smoke. Woe to me, I cried. I am ruined, for I am a man of unclean lips, and I live among a people of unclean lips, and my eyes have seen the King, the Lord Almighty. Then one of the seraphim flew to me with a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with tongs from the altar. With it he touched my mouth and said, See, this has touched your lips. Your guilt is taken away, and your sin atoned for. Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? And I said, Here am I, send me. He said, Go and tell this people. Be hearing, but never understanding. Be seeing, but never perceiving. Make the heart of this people calloused. Make their eyes dull, and close their eyes. Otherwise they might see with their eyes, hear with their ears, understand with their hearts, and turn and be healed. Then I said, For how long, Lord? And he answered, Until the cities lie ruined and without inhabitant, until the houses are left deserted, and the fields ruined and ravaged, until the Lord is sent everyone far away, and the land is utterly forsaken. And though 1/10 remains in the land, it will again be laid waste. But as the terebinth oak leaves stumps when they are cut down, so the holy seed will be the stump in the land. The book of Isaiah is filled with prophecy, yet it was written in a very poetic way that can be both confusing and inspiring. Isaiah was certainly a great prophet. His prophecies included major events such as the coming of Jesus and the restoration of Israel. Isaiah struggled with the same issues we struggle with today when considering our role in God's kingdom. Upon seeing the Lord and hearing his voice, Isaiah immediately knew that he and his people around him were unworthy of God's presence. We know that we alone are not worthy of God's mercy and love. In Isaiah's case, one of the seraphim flew to him with a lump of burning coal and touched it to his lips to clean his lips and atone for his sins. Only after Isaiah's guilt had been taken away through that cleansing act was he able to respond fully to God's call to him. It is important to remember that just as Isaiah was a sinner that needed atonement, we too needed the atonement for our sins. Fortunately, we have a much easier way to cleanse ourselves through Jesus. Jesus has already placed that coal on us to provide the cleansing ember to our souls. God still uses each of us despite our sins. The reason he does this is pretty simple. Jesus has already provided the cleansing ember for us. We are made ready to work in God's kingdom the moment we accept Jesus. Our past transgressions are no longer have any bearing on our worthiness for his kingdom. He doesn't use us because he needs us. He uses us because we need him to use us. These moments come in big splashes, like when you cross paths with someone eager to hear his word, and in small moments, like reflecting Jesus' love by buying coffee for the person in that car behind you in the morning. We are all called to shine the love of Jesus regardless of our past. Jesus has touched our lips with the burning coal so that we can fulfill our role in God's plan.